Hello everyone, Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. Continuing my Volcano series here with another two-handed game. This time, I'm going to be pairing Volcano with Enticing, Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. Maybe Bringer of Enticing Dreams. So Bringer I've played once before with this enticing aspect. I think it's pretty good, and should be pretty strong into my adversary for this game, which is the Habsburg Monarchy Livestock Colony. I think these spirits might synergize pretty well as well. Getting extra energy over to Bringer for more majors is nice. Bringer can give extra elements over to Volcano, and sometimes Volcano has trouble hitting all of its fire and earth, so getting an extra is good. And really just the ability to push everything over to Volcano's eruption zones is going to be pretty strong, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. I've got everything set up here. My initial explore was in sands. So one of the sands that I'm going to watch out for is this one right here in F6. It's going to build two towns. There's not really anything I can do to stop that. So I'm going to have to push some stuff out of there in order to stop the lost condition ravage. I'm going to be giving up a lot of ravages in this first phase, and I'm totally fine with that. The big thing though is that I want to stop lost condition ravages and stop a cascade here. So if I can do those things, I think I'll be in good shape. And once I get to turn 4 or 5, that's when these spirits will really kick into high gear. So as long as I can avoid the lost conditions, until then, I think I'll be okay. So let's get started. With Volcano, I'm going to do my standard opening of Growth 2, stacking up onto E5 in this case. Gaining 2 energy, and I think I do need to play Rain of Ash so that I can push all of the extra towns, or some of the extra towns at least, off of F6. That way they don't get the lost condition ravage when they blight there. So that's going to be Volcano. With Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares, there are no unique cards or anything. The big thing with Enticing is that it replaces this Night Terrors, and instead it has a thing that makes invaders do less damage, as well as the Hum, so basically it can stop ravages. I think it's going to be really strong in the Habsburg, because it can stop all of those towns from doing damage. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So with Bringer, I like to go Growth 4 first. I think I'll stick with that. Going from top, because bottom track is not very good. And I'll just start moving over to the other side of the board. So let's go with Dahan or invaders. I might go into here, just so I can start getting close over to where Bringer is, get close to that board so I can start pushing stuff over there. Let's see. Actually, no, I'm gonna go in here. Because Volcano pushed Dahan into this land, there are 3 Dahan there, I'm actually going to be able to gain 5 energy for Major this turn if I do this combo, so I think it's going to be really good. So I get 4 energy. I'm going to take Dreams of the Dahan, as well as Call on Midnight's Dream, both 0 cost cards. And yeah, I like gaining my major turn 1, so we'll see what happens with this. A little bit of luck, but I think it works okay with the board state here. So first things first, I'm going into fast powers, not doing an explosive eruption. So I've got a couple powers with Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. I guess I can just call them Bringer of Enticing Dreams from now on, so you know it's the enticing aspect. And let's go with Dreams of the Dahan. I'm going to gather 2 Dahan into E3. I have a stack of 5 there. And then I'm going to call on Midnight's Dream there. So if target land has Dahan, I gain a major power. And if I forgot this power, then, or if I forget this power, gain energy equal to Dahan, which is 5, quite a bit. And I may play that major immediately, paying its cost. Oop, I think I'm going to take a break here real quick. And I'm back. I think when I was ready to leave, I was about to use Call on Midnight's Dream. I realized before I do that, because I have the elements for it, I should use Enticing and Lulling Dreams. So I've got 2 moon, 1 air. Doesn't really do anything. They're not doing damage, but I'll just do Beach Invader does -1 damage in that land. Alright. After that, I am going to use Call on Midnight Stream, targeting land E3. So if that land has Tahan, I gain a major power. I have Indomitable Claim. That's interesting here, but I don't know if it's as good as like Unrelenting Growth. Unrelenting Growth would be pretty good for Volcano. I can get some very big stacks. Jungle Hungers is nice against Habsburg. It's a destroy all towns, so it gets through their durable ability. And yeah, interesting. So I've got some good choices here. Jungle Hungers, not going to be easy to threshold, but that's not too big a deal against Habsburg because they're not going to have cities too often, aside from on the coasts. Trees and Stones speak of war, and Indomitable Claim. This is a really good draw, actually. These are some of the best cards in the game. I mean, should I go Unrelenting Growth and just support Volcano and make them grow into a monster? That is very tempting. I'll be able to get a massive stack. So I'm between Jungle Hungers and Unrelenting Growth. Both very good in this game, I think. It's not easy. I think both of these have merit. If I get Jungle Hungers, I can deal with this land, clear that out, get some fear, and start pushing stuff over to Volcano's board. And it's going to be good for future turns as well. Or, I mean, just let Volcano just empty its tracks right away. I'm going to go for Unrelenting Growth. It may be a mistake, I don't know. I'm really going to be relying on Volcano to carry this game if I go for this build. But I think Volcano can do it. So I get 5 energy, and immediately 4 of it is going to go to pay for Unrelenting Growth, which is now in play. So that's that. Now we go into the Invader phase, so just flip an event for timing, and then build. So that's that. Now explore into mountains. Mountains is totally fine. Okay, and that's that. So now we go into the slow phase, and I've already got Unrelenting Growth to take 2 presents off with Volcano. So I get a 5 stack. And you can see my my mountain already growing. Volcano is a little bit accelerated this game. I'm also going to do a Rain of Ash so I can get 2 fear and push some stuff around. Not a lot of good choices here. So like if I push the 2 towns out of here, I would have to push this guy somehow to stop them from ravaging there. Definitely possible, depending on what I get. So that might still be okay. And if I go into E4, they're in a blighted land, so I can try to deal with that pretty soon. So yeah, let's push them in here. And I get 2 fear for that. And it's 1 range normally, but of course I've got the extra range from my stack of 3, stack of 5 in this case. So that's why I can target that land and pull them over here. Alright, slow powers are done. Let's discard cards and go back to growth. I think I might just want to reclaim and get Unrelenting Growth played again. Might be really greedy though, so I'm not sure that it's the best thing to do in this situation. I think probably gaining a power card is a little bit better. And I can stick with the miners that I have. Let's see. Okay. I could just gain another major. I'm gonna have 7 energy this turn, and I don't think I'll need Dreams of the Han too much anymore. It's fear, but I can go into other stuff. Element-wise, of course, it's very good. Now let's stick with a minor so I can just kind of extend my growth a little bit without having to reclaim. So I've got a couple options here. I've got nothing with Moon. That is actually very surprising. Renewing Boon's not bad. Encompassing Ward. Absorb Corruption is good for the Blight Gather against this adversary. But I think I like Sky Stretches to Shore. It's just more support. Being able to use a slow power fast is quite good. And the extra range is going to help Volcano. It's going to be able to reach this land. Okay. So yeah, let's go with that. Not going to use it this turn though. I think I'm going to take from top. Make a Sacred Site somewhere, probably. Yeah, here. Yeah, that should be fine. And then I'll play Predatory Nightmares as well as Dread Apparitions. I can exchange a 3. Gaining 3 energy, so I'll just gain that 3. And put those there. Alright, with Volcano, I'll stick with my standard growth. I'll go growth 3, get 2 energy. And normally at this point in the game I have one card play. Right now I've got 2, so I'll have 3 card plays this turn, which is pretty good. Now I can't afford 3 card plays with what I currently have because Pyroclasp Bombardment is pretty expensive. So I think I'll go with a minor and pivot into majors a little bit later. So Fire in the Sky is not bad. I'm not getting great elements. Nothing with Earth is actually pretty rough. Like calls to like might be okay. Huh. Maybe just Entrancing Apparitions to get the defend 2. And then I can stop A4 from cascading. Or do I want to stop A4 from cascading? If it cascades, then I'm kind of getting close to avoiding the escalation from Habsburg, which is nice. So I might just let that cascade. I think that is probably okay, actually. So I've got no lost condition ravages happening, which is good. Actually, I do here, because I pushed those guys into this land. So maybe I should have pushed them elsewhere. Last turn. No, that's still fine. I think I'm still okay with that. So yeah, here, just so I can deal with this a little bit better, I'll go with Entrancing Apparitions. I get 2 energy from presence. I also get to add a presence, which will be from bottom. And I could do an eruption, kill those guys. That might be the way to go. Fortunately, no, I'll be able to do a level 2 eruption here, so that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go with Pyroclast, well, saving Pyroclastic Bombardment. Let's go with Lava Flows, Exaltation of Molten Stone, and Entrancing Apparitions. Okay, cool. I have a decent plan here, I think. Alright, so first up, I'm going to use Entrancing Apparitions with +1 range, so 1, 2, over here into A5. I'm going to gather 2 Explorers. Or should I gather this one? I think that one's better. So they'll build here on the coast, but they won't build there. That's good. So I'll have 1 land taken care of, actually. So that's good. So gather into there with Entrancing Apparitions. Next I'll use Exaltation of Molten Stone, so I have 3 fire. I'm going to pass 2 energy over to Volcano. So I can get Major soon. And 1 energy over to Bringer. Have Enticing Dreams, because they've got plenty of energy right now. Alright, should I do my eruption now? I'm going to do my eruption now. So I'm going to do a level 2 eruption, destroy 4 presence. Targeting E4. These are no longer durable because there is a blight there. So that's going to be 2 towns down. It's also going to wipe this out. And because it's a level 2 eruption and I destroyed 4 presence, I get 4 fear from that, which gets me my first fear card. Oh, and I could have used Dread Apparitions there as well. So when powers generate fear in target land... Oh, I don't need the defense there, so that's fine. So let's... that doesn't really matter too much. That'll probably be a forgotten one. Here, I guess. Might do something. So that's defend 1 right here. Predatory Nightmares is slow. I'm going to use Enticing, so each invader or Dahan does -1 damage while on target land. Still targeting this one. So that's A7. I still might want to let that cascade. So maybe instead of pulling that there, I just pull both of these out to stop both builds. Let that cascade, that way I start getting rid of the escalation for Habsburg. I think that's probably better, actually. And I'll let both ravages happen on board E. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Okay, so Dread Apparitions is there, Enticing, reducing damage in that land, just in case. Might stop the Ravage, but I'm not too worried about it. And I don't have spirits, or I do have spirits, I get Dream, so I'll see what this does in advance. May push 1 explorer into a land with more towns or cities than the land it came from. Okay. Could just stack up into F7. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So that's that. Next, we go into the invader phase. We've got an event. Healthy Island. Seek new farmland. In each land with 2 or more towns, push 1 town to a land without towns. I don't love that. Yeah, that's not good. Got to do it there, otherwise they'll build a city, or build 2 towns there, which I don't want. I had everything stacked up so nicely. Okay. Then plagues bring fear and death. 1 fear per board with disease. That's 2 fear. 2 damage to Dahan in a land with disease. Sorry, Dahan. Not long for this world. And engage on their own terms. During Ravage, Dahan only do 1 damage each, but deal damage before the invaders. Okay. Seek safety. Each spirit may push one, or each player may push 1 explorer into a land with more towns and cities than it came from. I'm just going to push these guys into here. Alright. Now we go to the Ravage. So they are going to do 1 damage in this land, plus 2 because of this, so 3 damage. I do have defend 1, but it's not enough, so they will blight there. I lose a presence, which is fine. Here, it's going to cascade. So I will very quickly get to a blighted island, but I mean, that's what you're going to have happen against Habsburg, so it's not the end of the world. I'll have it cascade into there, because I can hit that with Pyroclast to Bombardment, probably, and take care of it. Maybe. A little far away. Yeah, that'll be iffy. I don't know if I want that. I'm going to go into here instead. No, that might be even worse. Alright, I'll go there. Alright, then going into this board, they will kill that Dahan. Ravage there. Here, it's not doing enough damage. They need 8 or more, and currently they're doing 7 damage here. So it's not a lost condition. So I took 5 blight in this Ravage, but none of them were lost condition blights. And that brings me to actually a still healthy island. This is what I had last game. I don't remember if I shuffled this. It's the second time that's happened. Yeah, because that was rough against France. At least for a short time. That's what I... Okay, I don't want to see the same cards over and over again, so I'm just taking that out. So I can see a different play card. I've got so many. Alright, there's something different. So what is this? This is Shattered Fragments of Power. Ooh. Okay, well. Not a lot of blight on the card, which is a little scary against Habsburg this early. But we've got immediately draw 1 major power card per spirits, plus 2 more. Each spirit takes 1 and gains 2 energy. And it's a take rather than a gain, so you don't have to forget for that. So let's see what we got. So Mists of Oblivion, not a very good card. Land Thrashes and Furious Pain is actually going to be pretty good this game. It can be iffy, but on Volcano, it's great elements. And there's going to be a lot of blight, so can do quite a bit of damage. I've got moons even, so I'll be able to hit the threshold on that pretty easily. So I think I like that this game. The other card's not so good for Volcano. So yeah, let's go with Land Thrashes and Furious Pain. Don't take it too often, but in this situation I really like it. Then I gain 2 energy as well. For Bringer, got a couple here that are good options. So Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze is a good time. That's what I had last game. I like maybe Bargain. I don't think I've used this card yet. It's one of the new ones. So Bargain of Coursing Paths. Bargain 1 presence now and -1 energy per turn. Now mark both target land and another land with 2 or more to Han. Ongoing, after pieces are added or moved into the marked lands, choose any land, then move those pieces directly to that land. Okay, that's neat. Then if you have the threshold, which might be doable for me. Actually, it's very easy for me to threshold that. I can do it next turn. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking Bargain of Coursing Paths. I don't do the bargains enough, I feel. I think I kind of underrate them, so I've definitely got to take that in this situation. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay, and 2 energy. Alright, so Ravage. They're going to build in mountains. So we just got... Oh, we've got no builds. Well, 0 builds. That's cool. So instead, they're just going to migrate. So they will migrate here. E2, I guess there's a couple places I could pull that from. Let's go here and here. Alright, and then explore wetlands with the escalation. So each board has 3 blight. 4 or fewer. So yeah, we do get 1 escalation. I think by next turn I can probably avoid this completely. So each board's going to get 1, so add 1 town to a land without towns or blight. Let's go to the coast. Go up there. And then explore into wetlands. And there's a little bit of brinksmanship here. I only have 4 blight to play with, which against Habsburg, again, very scary. They can do a lot of damage. But my spirits are very accelerated, so that is exciting. Alright, so now we go to slow powers. I'm going to do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, so let's go for recovering a little bit. I could pay 2 to gain a power card. And that would let me put off my reclaim, do another growth 3 to get to those 3 card plays. Pretty solid, I think. How much are these? These are 7 though. So I'm gonna have 3. I'm gonna have 7 energy. So if I take another minor, I can probably do this okay. Or I could just take a major, probably forget Entrancing Apparitions, and have it for next turn. Yeah, I'll take a minor, because it'll be something that I can play this coming turn. So, we've got Drought. Alright, that's not bad. So what am I going to do this turn? I'll probably let the Ravage go through on a, what is that, A1? That'll stop any escalations from happening on board A in the future. I think I can take a Lost Condition Ravage on E2 and just not worry about it because I've got 3 to play with. And then I do have 1 more Blight that I'll need to take to E to stop it from going. Let's see, Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn will take care of E5, stop it from ravaging if that's what I choose to do. And that might be better. It's got a Moon and Fire too, so that'll help with hitting the threshold on the Land Thrashes and Furious Pain. So yeah, let's go with that. I won't hit the threshold this turn, most likely, depending on what card I get next turn. Infested Aquifers also doable. Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with what I got. Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn, so that's the new miner. Yeah, so I had to pay for that. I've got Lava Flows. There's nowhere that 1 damage is really going to help, so I am going to do Badlands and Wilds. I think here. I've got Predatory Nightmares. So 2 damage and push up to Duhan. It's range 1 from my Sacred Site. So let's do that in here. 2 damage. No Duhan to push, but that'll stop a double town build next turn, so I think that's worth it. Okay. And I think that's everything. So I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. Alright, this table's a little crowded, so... Alright, so I'm going to go with another growth 3 on Volcano, take another miner, and hopefully I get something cheap with Moon. Preferably Moon Fire, Moon Earth is what I really need to... So if I get a Moon Earth card... Nope, no luck. But I do have some Moon cards, so I could do a Growth Top to get that second Earth, and that'll unlock the threshold for Lion Thrashes, which is going to do a lot of damage this turn, I think. So I've got Cycles of Time and Tide. I don't need the Blight removal. Adding to Han's okay. Gnawing Root Biters is pretty nice. No Moon, though. Does have Earth, but that doesn't help. Let me take a break from this and I'll see what I can get on Bringer, because it's possible that Bringer is going to get... Bringer is going to get this Moon, so... This will be interesting. So where do I want my bargain to go? Let's target a lane with 2 Dahan. There are not a lot of those on the board right now. But I can threshold this right now, so it's going to be pretty strong. So I think I will play these 2 cards. So probably just get an extra card, and then I can put off my Reclaim. I think that's alright. So let's go with this, because I don't need the energy really. So I'm going to take another Major. A Major Power Spirit, so may as well. So none of these are fantastic. I do have Blazing Renewal though, which might be okay. I do have a Destroyed Presence. And I can use it on Volcano, so yeah. Taking Blazing Renewal. That's the best one by far. I think I'll forget Predatory Nightmares. I mean, it works with Enticing though, which is pretty good. So maybe I'll just forget Unrelenting Growth. I don't know that I need to do it again. It'd be cool. Yeah, let's forget Unrelenting Growth, just so I can play around with my innates a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. And then taking from top, I want to add my Sacred Site back up there, I think. Although, no, this will be fine. Gonna let that go, not worried about it. That's not a problem. Yeah, let's go in here. I don't need another sacred site up there just yet. This will spread me around the board a little bit more, a little bit better. Alright, so now I've got 3 moon. I'm not going to have 3 moon this turn though, so I won't have an extra element to throw over to Volcano just yet. So that means Volcano does need to take a moon card if I want to hit the threshold on Land Thrashes, which I think I do, because it's going to clean up a lot of E2. So let's go for... maybe the Blight cleanup is going to be good, just because I am going to be a little tight, so Uncanny Melting might be the play here. Yeah, let's go for it. I think I can afford this. Get 2 energy. I'm going to have to go from top instead of bottom, but that's fine. And I get 2 more energy. And I'm going to play Land Thrashes, Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn, and Uncanny Melting. Land Thrashes, I want to use slow. I'm not going to use that fast. So, Uncanny Melting, I probably want to use slow as well. No, actually, I've got a plan for that. So, over with Bringer. Bringer gets 3 more energy. It's very rich. And I'm going to play Sky Stretches to Shore as well as Bargain of the Coursing Paths. Just Bargain of Coursing Paths. Alright. Blazing Renewal will be a next turn thing. Alright, and I think I'm good, so let's go into Fast Powers. Interesting way of doing this. Yeah, so let's do Bargain first. So I have the threshold for this. I have 3 air, 2 water, and 2 earth. So the cost comes from my tracks rather than from the card. There's probably a reminder card for this, but I'll just keep track of it over on the side here. Let's put this Invader card here to mark it. So I'm going to take 1 from top track. And I have -1 energy per turn now. And mark both target land and another land with 2 or more Dahan. So I'm using it right here, I think. Or should I use it up in E3? Gotta use it on Bringer's board at some point. I'm definitely using it over in E8, because that's another land with 2 or more Dahan. And I think I will do it in E3, or A3 rather. Okay, so ongoing, after pieces are added or moved into one of those marked lands, then I can choose any land and move those pieces directly to that land, which sounds fantastic when Volcano is one of my spirits. I might have to let a Blight go through in this land. I don't love that, because it's going to destroy one of my presents, but it'll make it way easier to destroy things there. Actually, you know what? It's fine. I'm okay with that. Sky Stretches to Shore. I don't really need to use Powers Fast. I'm going to use it over on Volcano, but I think I actually want to save. I'll just use Uncanny Melting Fast. It's fine. I'm going to remove this Blight. No, I won't. Because if I let them Blight 1, 2, 3, then I will be avoiding the escalation completely. Can remove the Blight at the end of the turn instead. Fear event cards are going to be pretty scary if I go this low, but I think it's fine. I've got plenty of energy to pay for stuff to avoid blading out. So hopefully I start getting some choice cards, which I have not been getting in any of these games with Volcano, and I'll be able to avoid those. So I'm going to save my cards for the slow phase, including Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let 3 blights go through. Very scary, but it is what it is. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So now we go to the invader phase. We've got an event. Oh, helps if I pay for these cards. That explains why Volcano was so rich. I do have Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn, so I was going to use it here in E5, but I'm going to let that ravage. I want that to ravage. Instead, I can isolate something. So let's isolate this one so they don't bring stuff in. So isolate that land, and I get 1 fear for it, and defend 1, which is okay. Alright. I have a feeling I'm going to be pretty close to clearing this board at the end of this turn if I don't get any terrible events or anything. So I do have, let's see, I do have the Spirits May Yet Dream, so I can see what the top fear card is. Mimic that a Han, so I'm going to be able to do each player removes 1 town or explorer from a land with 2 or more to Han. That's cool. That's very cool. And then we've got Enticing as well. Just the top level, so I can have them do minus damage in a land. Which I guess I could throw that over into E2 just to make sure that that doesn't become a loss condition ravage. So I'll do that here. And that's going to reduce every invader's damage there by 1. So that's pretty good. Okay, let's do it. So see what horrible event I get. Events and lands without Blight, it takes only 1 damage to add Blight. That's totally fine. From Toll on each board, choose a land with disease. Got the 1, 2 damage to invaders, and 2 damage to Han. Okay. Tell the old stories. Each spirit with at least 2 among its lands either reclaims 1 power card or regains a unique power it previously forgot. And that's cool. I'm going to reclaim Call on Midnight's Dream, or regain that unique power, because then I'll be able to get another major. So yeah, that's awesome actually. Yeah, that's good. Done. No fear card just yet, so we go into the Ravage. So I'm letting Ravages go through. They do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage there. Not a blight, or not a loss condition Ravage, which is great. They're doing 4 damage here. Destroys one of my presents. And because my presence got destroyed in that land, I deal 1 damage, which destroys this town, thanks to the Badlands. Getting me a fear. It's my revenge. Then over here, they're doing 2 damage. And over here, they're doing nothing. Build in Wetlands. Okay, and after pieces are added or moved into mark lands, this is one of my mark lands, so I'm going to build here. And then I can move it anywhere, so of course I'm going to move it into my volcanic land. Actually, I could move it just in here because I'm going to nuke that land. We'll see. How much damage am I going to do? 2 per... It's going to be a lot of damage. I'm going to have to do something about this land, but that should be fine. All right, yeah, let's keep it there for now. And we'll see what happens with this next card that comes up. So that's that. Yeah, I can keep just putting stuff in there, so that's okay. So those were the builds. Now we slide this over and do some migrations, Boardland order. So we go here first. This one's isolated, so nothing into there. This one, and pull from here. And this one is going to get teleported because of Bargain of Coursing Paths. I think I'll put it there again. Can do 6 damage there. Maybe I will put it in E4 because I'm going to be doing a lot of damage to that land with land thrashes. So. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Explore into sands. I don't have any escalation because both my boards have 5 blight. So that hopefully will be the right decision. Alright, explorers are done, so we go to slow powers. I'm going to use Uncanny Melting, but not just yet. First, I'm going to use Land Thrashes and Furious Pain to do, well, let me do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth first. Lots of firsts here. So Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, I'll go in there. I don't think I want to gain a power card. I could put off my reclaim another turn, but I think I want to reclaim at this point. It's going to be pretty good. I'll only have 2 card plays, but that should be fine for this particular. It's a little sketch. Just a little bit. Let's gain a minor and see what I get. So I've got Gift of Constancy, which is probably the way to go. Unquenchable Flames is nice, but I think Gift of Constancy is going to be great. So I'm going to take that. It's one of the best cards in the game. Sparring with Words of Fire is also not bad, especially because Springer kind of gets locked into 2 card plays, so getting it to a 3rd card play is good. But I think I'll be okay. Let's stick with that. So that was Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. Now I've got Land Thrashes with Furious Pain, so first I'm going to do it here into E4. It's going to do 5 damage, plus 1 because of the Badlands is 6 damage, so I'll kill 3 towns. Then I'm going to repeat it because I have the threshold. I have 3 Moon, 3 Earth. So I'll repeat it in, let's see, I could do E2 or I could do one of the sands potentially. Yeah, I think probably E1 is better. Yeah, let's take this out. So E1, I'm just gonna wipe that land out. Now I can do Uncanny Melting, so I'll just remove this blight. Yeah, I'll do this. I get 1 fear for that. And I think those are all my slow powers. So I'll discard cards and go back to growth. And the tricky thing for me right now is Volcano. Do I want to reclaim, or do I want to do another growth 3? And I think I want to do another growth 3. So let's go for it. Because I'm going to have 4 energy this turn. I've got 3 cost worth of cards, so that's fine. So let's gain a minor. Confounding Mist might be good. The defend 4. It's a little far away though. Shoot. So I might add the presence over here, actually. Or if the unknown. Yeah, Confounding Mist is probably the way to go. That way I can try to stop this from ravaging, which would be very bad. I only need 1 other defense there, so yeah, that's okay. No longer isolated. So these 2 ravages shouldn't have to worry about. I've already gotten 1 event card that makes them do 1 extra damage, or makes them blight by doing 1 damage, so hopefully the chances of getting another of those events are low. So let's get my 4 energy. I'm going to play my 4 remaining cards. Add a presence from bottom over here. That way when I reclaim next turn, I'll have 3 card plays still. And pay for those cards. I think that's okay. Alright, so Bringer. Don't know what I want to do. I have so much energy. I could reclaim Bargain of Coursing Paths and just do that again. That seems a little greedy. Blazing Renewal would not be bad. Okay, let's go for... You know, I can probably keep putting off the reclaim here. The first reclaim, that is. If I reclaim 1 at a range of 0, I'm gonna take... Don't need to use Blazing Renewal yet, so let's see what else I can do. I can start doing my gathers, which I think is going to be really strong. Now, I might need to make them do less damage. Okay, no, I'll do Dreams of the Dahan, because I can get a lot of fear for that. And this will again be free, so that's pretty good. Alright, so let's play Dreams of the Dahan and call in Midnight's Dream. It's only a maximum of 3 fear, but still pretty good. And I'll just keep saving energy, basically. So yeah, that's fine. I add a card at 0 range, which is going to be here. Sacred Site down there, I think. And yeah, this should be a good turn. So let's go into fast powers. I'm going to use Gift of Constancy over on Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares, so it gets 2 energy. And at the end of the turn, it can reclaim 1 power card instead of discarding it. hoarding so much energy that I'm hoping I finally get a choice card and can just pay for it right out with Bringer of Enticing Dreams. That would be fantastic. I'm going to use... Got a couple ways this could go. Well, first let's do Bringer then. Let's see, I have 3 moon, I have 2 air, and 1 earth, so I can actually make them all do -1 damage. So I don't need to put this presence here. It might still be good, but I think I want to keep stacking up. Yeah, that should be alright. Maybe. We'll see how this works. Okay. So let's use Enticing. Enticing and Lulling Dreams. So I'm going to do each invader and a Hand is -2 damage in this land. So that's 0 damage for them there. Or 1 damage for them there, rather. So 1 damage there. I can let the Ravage and A5 go, but I think I'll do Confounding Mists over into this land. Defend 4 in that land. So I've got to defend 4 and then minus damage, so that should take care of both of those. Let's do Dreams of the Dahan. So I'm going to target this land and get 3 fear for that. And then call on Midnight's Dream right here. So if land has Dahan, gain a major power. Vigor Breaking Dawn, that's pretty good. I don't have the push though, or I don't have the elements for the push, but I think I will be able to with my any element. Maybe. It will be a little tough for me to threshold that, unfortunately. But yeah, a little difficult to threshold. Talons of Lightning is interesting. Mountain Wetland, though, is not super useful. Forest of Living Obsidian, though 0 range makes that a little tough. But I could wipe out A7. Push everything somewhere else, at least. Except that I didn't make a Sacred Site there, so I can't get the extra damage and kill that town, too. So Vigor may be the way to go. It's actually not fantastic, just because I don't really have a way to threshold it yet, but I might get a way to threshold it eventually. So I'm going to start working my way down bottom track next. I'll get to that 3rd card play eventually. You know what? I never gained my energy here, so I should have gotten 4 from this. 3 from this, actually, because of the Bargain of Coursing Paths. And I'm going to get 5 if I forget Call on Midnight's Dream, but I don't really need that energy, all of it. Or I could just take Talons of Lightning and nuke this land and do a ton of fear. And that's probably better. Yeah, let's do that. So I am going to forget Call on Midnight's Dream for the 2nd time and get 5 energy. Get Talons of Lightning. Let's get those 5 energy. Alright, and I'm immediately going to use it, targeting A2, so it's 3 fear. Five damage, which is going to nuke this city, which gets me an additional 5 fear. Nuke the town for 2 fear. Getting close to terror level 2, finally. Push this town. Has that Bargain of Coursing Paths, so I'm going to use that portal to push it into E5. Interesting. Yeah. I don't have a way to threshold that. Unfortunately, I'm one fire short, but it wouldn't really have mattered anyway, so that's fine. Oh, I should have done this in another order. My any element here would have been moon, so I can get this. I could have turned another face down fear card face up, and I could have used that to send a fire over to Volcano, which is what I'm doing. So fire over to Volcano, just in case I decide to do an eruption. Okay, so Angry Mobs is going to be my next one. So with that extra fire, I could do an eruption this turn. Start taking down that city. Okay, so I haven't even used my fast powers at all yet on Volcano. So I've got a couple options here. I use Gifted Constancy, I use Confounding Mist, I've still got Pyroclastic Bombardment, and I've still potentially got an Explosive Eruption. So where should I use Pyroclastic Bombardment? Well, I can do it in E2. So 1 damage to each town and city, plus 1 damage. And then I will do an Explosive Eruption level 2. So I'll kill 4 presents. It's super risky, but I'm doing it. So I can get it back with Blazing Renewal, so that'll be fine. So 4 presents eruption. That will do 4 damage, so that's enough to wipe this land clean. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 fear from the destruction. 4 fear from the second level of this, which does push me into Terra level 2. And then also 4 damage here, which will kill those 2 towns for 2 more fear. This combo of spirits is very fun, actually, and especially with majors and stuff that I've gotten. Alright, I think I'm finally done. I'm very low on presence on this board, which is not great, but I've got a lot of energy to pay for events that might cost me things. So that is that. Now let's go to an event. I keep getting these Blighted Island ones and not choice ones. So I've got Devastated Shores on each board with invaders. Add 1 blight to a coastal land. Spirits may prevent this on any and all boards by destroying 2 presents from each board to be protected. That's a lot. That's not good at all. So let's... I really wish I would stop getting these Blighted Island cards. I need choice cards instead. Well, I'm gonna have to start getting destroyed presents back, so that's okay. So let's see. I can stop the escalation if I let a blight go through here, but I will lose another presence. I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm going to. So let's remove these 2 presents. And then I'll let the blight go through here, which will destroy a presence. But I do have a ways to bring back destroyed presents, so hopefully that's okay. So that's that. Then I've got Distant Hunt on each board. Push 1 beast to an adjacent land with no blight. It deals 1 damage there. Okay, let's go here. Here's my bargain. Yeah, so I'll get to kill this guy and then move this piece somewhere else thanks to bargain. Let's just move him up in this corner. Goodbye, beast. And here I'll move him here and go back, explorer. Okay, that's that. So event's done. And during Ravage, in every land, defend 1 per Dahan in the land. That's sure, that's fine. Mimic the Dahan, level 2. Each player replaces 1 explorer or town with 1 Dahan in a land with 2 or more Dahan. So the only land where that applies is here, so I'll replace this town with a Dahan. Angry mobs in each land with 2 or more explorers destroy 1 town per 2 explorer. 1 town or explorer. So 1, 2. That's a fear. These guys will destroy each other. These guys will destroy this town. That is great. I'm very, very close to winning this game. If I can avoid losing to Blight. Okay, so Angry Mobs. Dahan attack. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan. 1 damage per Dahan there. There are no invaders in the lands with Dahan, so that's fine. And then Tall Tales of Savagery. Each player removes 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with Dahan. Again, nothing happens. Alright, Ravage in Wetlands. This is defended 4. It's doing 4 damage, so that balances out. This one's doing 1 damage, so just 1 damage. Build in Sands. I stopped a couple double town builds, so that's really good. I am limiting my volcanic presence because I'm not going to have a 3-stack. I might be able to, actually. We'll see. Blazing Renewal will come in handy. Alright, so those were my builds. That slides over. We get a migration, not a lot, just this one into here. And then the reminder here. So we hit the Habsburg Explore bomb thing. So when revealed on each board, add 1 city to a coastal land without cities, and 1 town to the 3 inland lands with the fewest blight. So on each board. So I'm going to add the city into this land here, which can then be teleported into... I don't know that I want to put it there, just because they're doing stuff there. So I might stack up here instead. So I can do things with that. Alright. There. And then get a bunch of towns. My poor board, it was so clear. Three inland lands with the fewest blight. So be here. And then it's a tie. Nope, it would be here. And here, which then can get teleported over yonder. Three on this board, so the inland lands with the fewest blight are here, here, and here. Okay, so that's done. Got my build bomb. And then explore into mountains. Okay, no escalations because each board has 5 blights, so that is fantastic. And then we come to the slow powers. So, Furnace of the Earth, so I'm going to get 1 presence back at least. And that is it. So let's discard cards and go back to growth. One on each spirit, but I'm going into a reclaim turn on Volcano, so that doesn't matter. I might do a reclaim 1 over on Bringer, though. Gotta do something about e6. e6 is scary. Actually, 3 of these sands are pretty rough. So I'll reclaim Dreams of the Dahan, I think. I'm going to start going down bottom. But I need to deal with these Ravages. So I've got 1 Blight on the card. I've got 3 Ravages that are coming, so I can't let those all go through. I've got to stop them. And that's going to be tough. Because of the adjacent towns now. So if I can clear them out, that would be ideal. It's not going to be easy, though. Now, if I can get my gather up to 4, that would be great, but I don't know that I can get there. Not with 2 card plays. Let's see, I can clear out a7 with a Blazing Renewal. So that's probably fine. Should be able to defend a4, so it comes down to e9. So I wonder if I can just do a ton of fear there to generate a mass ton of defense. Or maybe just do land thrashes somewhere. It's a tough one, actually. Very tough. I could let e9 blight, or e6, there's no 9. This is Spirit Island. I could let it blight if I remove a blight in the fast phase somewhere else. Just let it go. Not worry about it. And that might be the most efficient thing to do. So let's reclaim Sky Stretches to Shore with Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. With my reclaim 1, I'm going to add from bottom. Go there. I can do that. So let's go with Blazing Renewal and Sky Stretches to Shore. I get 3 energy. Over on Volcano, I'm going to do a reclaim. I gain a power card. I'm going to gain a major. Unleash a Torrent would be decent, actually, but Winds of Rust and Atrophy is good. I can maybe get the threshold on that and start cleaning up these cities. The defense is pretty good as well. Cleansing Floods. Unleash a Torrent of the Self-Sent Essence is great. But I think in this case I am going to go Winds of Rust and Atrophy. I probably will be able to threshold that fairly easily. Well, I don't have any other animal cards, so I'm relying on Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares in order to hit that threshold. But that's okay. I think that's fine. So air, water, yeah, that's fine. That'll be good. So yeah, let's take that. I'm just going to forget... I think Entrancing Apparitions, because I think Confounding Mists is a little bit better. So yeah, let's forget Confounding, or Entrancing Apparitions. And this will be good. So if I defend 6 there, they're doing, let's see, 6, 7, 8 damage. So if I downgrade one of the towns, it'll be 7, and that'll defend that. So that's pretty good. And I can start downgrading cities to get closer to my win condition here, which is probably going to be stage 3. We'll see. And that'll help me deal with A4. So yeah, that covers that. So if I go with this, I actually don't need Sky Stretches to Shore. I can save that. I could have reclaimed something else. So would I go Talons of Lightning and just do an enormous amount of damage and get a lot of fear? Don't think that that's worth it. I need something with Moon. Bargain of Coursing Paths I don't really want to pay for from hand, so let's go with... Well, I can always use Dreams of the Dahan. Tried Apparitions. I really want some fear. Yeah, Dreams in the Dahan is probably going to be the way to go, so let's just reclaim Bargain of Coursing Paths so I can set that up for next turn. I'll probably do a Growth 2 again and get Sky Stretches to Shore so I can do that combo once more. And Dreams of the Dahan. Let's see, I took my energy back. Yeah. Okay, so that gives me the Moon that I need. I'm going to make my any element a Moon, so I have 3 Moon. I'm going to pass... let me keep track of this. So my any is a Moon. I'm going to use Spirits May Yet Dream, but let's pick my other cards first on this Spirit. So I get 3 energy. Pull us 2. Three is going to pay for Winds of Rust and Atrophy. And I have 2 more card plays. I need to play 2 cards with water. So I can do Confounding Mists, which is pretty good. And then I need 1 more water card. So let's go Uncanny Melting. So I think I'm almost done with stage 2 cards. I can start trying to get some of this blight off the board just to give myself a little bit more breathing room. Okay, so I don't have extra range just yet, but I think that's fine. Middle of the push. Yep, that'll work. Okay. Cool. So let's go into fast powers. So first I'm going to use Blazing Renewal. I'm going to target Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares, so I can get 2 of those presents back. Stack them up here into A7, which will do 2 damage to each town in that land. That's 4 fear. And I'm just going to stack up into E3. Then I've got Dreams of the Dahan. I'm going to start gathering Dahan because I think that's going to be important. So let's gather 2 Dahan into A7. Then I've got Spirits May Yet Dream, so I'm going to turn any face down fear card face up. Let's see what I'm dealing with. So it'll be civil unrest. On each board, add 1 strife to a town or city and land not matching a ravage card. Each invader takes 1 damage per strife that it has. That's okay, I think. Yeah, I don't know that I'll get good use out of that, but that's fine. Strife is always helpful. Then target spirit gains an element they have at least 1 of, so Volcano is going to get an animal element. So now Volcano has 3 air, 3 water, and 2 animal, so I can repeat Winds of Rust and Atrophy. 1 use is going to go up here, downgrade that town into an explorer, and this one's defended 6. Another one is going to go over into A4, so I'm going to downgrade this town into an explorer. And it's defended 6. I get 2 fear for that. Confounding Mists I'm going to use over into E2. So each invader added to target land this turn may be immediately pushed to an adjacent land. That's the one that I'm going with. I think that's it. Oh, and Enticing. So each Dahan and invader in this land does -1 damage. Yep, I'm good. So fast powers are done. Let's go to an event. Resourceful Populace. Nope, I'm in Terror level 2, so strip the land bare. Towns do +1 damage when ravaging. After the ravage action adds blight, remove 1 explorer and 1 town from the ravaged land. That could lose me the game. And I keep getting these. Well, we'll see. I think that loses me the game, actually. Because right here, let's see, they're at 5 damage, 6, 7 from Habsburg 6. So right now it's defended 6, so if they add 1 damage, it's 8, and that's a blight. Yep, that's game. Well, we'll play it out, and I'll probably... What I'll do, I'll play it out, I'll score this up, that's the end of a game, and I'll just draw another event and keep going, because that's pretty unlucky. You know, it happens sometimes. I've been playing kind of brinksmanship, so you know, that's how it goes. Alright, strip the land bare, losing me the game, but that's okay. Virulence among close-packed homes. On each board, add 1 disease to the inland land with the most towns and cities. Minimum of 1. Offerings of Story and Season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim 1 card. Okay. Fear card. Add 1 strife to a town and city and a land not matching a ravage card. Each invader takes 1 damage per strife that it has. Yeah, I can't get another fear. Man. Let's just go there. And here. And then we get to the Ravage, which I had solved, but they're doing 1 too much damage here thanks to the event. And I have 1 blight left on the card, so that will lose the game. So that is unfortunate. So that is a loss. I'm getting very unlucky with these events, man. I want a choice event so I can pay for it. I've been stocking up so much energy on Bringer, but just cannot draw a choice event. I keep getting these Blighted Island events. So that was a little rough. Let me go ahead. I'm going to take a quick pause here so I can score this up, mark it as a loss. Then I'm going to just redraw an event, play it out from there, and see how it would have gone if I had gotten anything else other than probably maybe there were 2 cards in the event deck that would lose me the game there, and that's one of them. And I have 50 cards left, so yeah, pretty unlucky. So yeah, take a quick break, and I will be right back. And I'm back after feeding cats and taking a quick break. I'm going to save scum this game of Spirit Island, reset this event into something else that will hopefully not add blight. So far off wars touch the island. Actually, let me reset that event totally. So I also added disease, so let's take that away. And reclaimed a card and gained an energy on this spirit. So I did not do that. Instead, in a different alternate universe, far-off wars touch the island. Invaders from a distant land launch assault upon the island while the invaders here rally together. So I need to add a fear card to the top of the fear deck. A little rough. And then on each board, I can't do the add blight, so unfortunately I don't get all that fear. So I'm going to destroy some so destroy one town. So that'll be here and here. The only lands that, oh wait, oh yeah, there should have been a town there as well. So put that in, and I'll destroy both of those now. I think I also lose a fear from that town destruction for last turn's event. Did it come from the event? It didn't come from the event. No, I'm wrong. So that was from last turn. So resetting this, just doing that one instead. Now I think I'm kosher. Okay. Ecosystem damage on each board. Add 1 Badlands to a land with light, which is cool. Let's go here and here. Okay. Return to old pillars. On each board, gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land with Dahan setup symbols. Yeah, not a lot of places. I'm just gonna go back and forth here. Gather 2 into there and then 2 back into there. Keep them in those spots, really, because that's fine. And that's that. Actually, I guess I could gather these guys into here. Might be okay. So those guys into there. I guess I'll gather one of these back here. Okay. Now I won't get the counterattack against those explorers, but I'm not too worried about explorers, so it's fine. Alright, so now we go to the new Ravage. The fear card didn't change. I'm still doing the same thing there. So instead we get the Ravage in Sands. Now they're doing correctly 7 damage here, which is defended, so that is fine. This one's defended. This one they're doing 0 damage, so that's all good. Get rid of those defense cards. Okay, build in mountains. So we're going to build 2 towns over in A6, which is not great. 1 town here. And build 1 town in E2, which immediately gets shunted over to E3 instead, thanks to Confounding Mists. As it pulls over, we're going to migrate, so this town goes back and forth, that's fine. Here, though, let's see, I'll gather there and there, and those are sketchy. Gotta do something about that, for sure. Alright, and 1 will get gathered into here, so I'll do it from the corner. Build in jungle, and we do have the escalation. Again, there are 5 blight on each board, so no escalations. So we get explore into the jungles. This guy is going to go somewhere else. Let's go ahead and keep him into there. I can see how Bargain of Coursing Paths is really good. It's getting getting some work done, for sure. Alright, and that is that. Now we go to slow powers. I'm going to use Uncanny Melting, start clearing up some of this blight so that I don't have to worry about it quite as much. Although first I'm going to do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. Actually, I'm not. I don't have 3 Earth, so I can't do that. Wow. That is unfortunate. So I don't have a 3 stack. I've only got 1 range with Uncanny Melting. So let's target this land and remove that blight. Give myself a slight bit of breather room there. Then I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. Alright, I'm going to do a Reclaim 1 again. Reclaim Sky Stretches to Shore so that I'll be able to do my Bargain of Coursing Paths. I think that's the only one that works for it, yeah. So I need Sky Stretches to Shore and Bargain. See, I get 3 energy. And I am gonna have to do something about those mountains. Actually, all the mountains are a risk. So yeah, it's not an easy turn. This is a scary one. So we'll see. I can probably get some fear cards out. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see, I got Blazing Renewal back. So I could do that again. Oh no, that was my last turn, so that would have gotten discarded. So what to do? Problem is all those towns in A6 are they're durable, so it's going to be hard to deal with. I can let 1 blight go, but unfortunately it's not a great place for me to let it through. Let's reset here. So I think I might not do my Bargain of Coursing Paths this turn. I'll save it for next turn and gain a power card so I can add 1 at 1 range. Next turn I'll have 3 card plays finally on Bringer. So let's go here. I'm gonna gain a major. Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm is out. Can't add blight at this point. Vengeance of the Dead is not great. Flow like water, reach like air is tempting. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. And I could threshold it. I think I like that more. Just continually moving stuff around seems pretty good. The +1 range is also excellent. So yeah, let's go with Flow like water, reach like air. I'll just forget Predatory Nightmares, I think. No, I'll forget Talons of Lightning. I'm not going to use that again. And I think I will play Flow Like Water, but let's get set up first. Did I gain my energy yet this turn? I think I did. No, I don't think I did. I've basically got infinite energy on this turn on Bringer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm never going to get an event that makes me pay for things, so we'll waste that energy away. Over on Volcano, so I think I want to go over onto the other board, because that's going to let me do some things. So let's go for a growth 3. So I can add it at 4 range. 2 energy. I think I'm going to gain another major. And Sleep and Never Waken, unfortunately, man, I wish I had gotten that on Bringer. It's such a good card for Bringer, but I can't use it on Volcano. Angry Bears is fine. Dream of the Untouched Land. That's cool. Don't know if I could threshold it. Irresistible Call is actually fun in this one. I think I'm probably going to go with that. It's 6 energy, though. Jeez, I cannot afford that this turn. But that's probably the way to go. Yeah, let's go with Irresistible Call, and I'll save it until next turn. I'm just going to forget Confounding Mists from discard. Add a presence, probably from top. Because I could destroy everything there, and if I make everything in A6 do -2 damage, then I think I'll be good. I should be kosher. So let's go over there. I think I'll go from top. I have 4 card plays this turn and 5 energy. I think I need to do a Pyroclast Bombardment. Let's see. Man, that's tough. Well, I can hit that from here if I actually stack up in that land instead. So let's go here. Yeah. Yeah, because if I hit this land with Pyroclast Bombardment, I can kill both towns, which means there's no longer towns adjacent to this land, which means I can stop this land from ravaging with... I need to have put my presence here instead. With Enticing and Lulling Dreams. So that's taken care of, I think. If I can get through this turn, I think I'll be okay. We'll see, but I should be fine. I can do Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorns, which is 0. Gift of Constancy, also 0. And probably Exaltation to get some more energy out. Yep. And that should be good. And I think next turn I'm going to be able to clean up a lot of stuff if I don't lose this turn for the second time. Okay, so that's 1 energy. Got 4 fire, so we're just going to get 2. Yep. I've got, again, basically infinite energy on Bringer at this point, so let's see what I can do. Definitely want Dreams of the Han. And I think I need 2 Moon Air cards. So I get to do a bargain as well. Actually, not too bad. I think this will be okay. Okay, let's get into it. So fast powers, I'm going to use my any power here as a beast or animal. Each invader in a 6 does -1 damage. I can gather as well. Nope, I don't have 2 animals, so I can't do that. So maybe I'll use Spirits May Yet Dream on myself so I can get a second animal. So Spirits May Yet Dream going on to Bringer. So Bringer is going to reveal the Sphere card. Each player removes a town or explorer from an inland land. That's fine, I guess. Then targeting this land with Enticing, I'm going to get a second animal element. Yeah, I can't threshold Bargain of Coursing Paths, so that's fine. So second animal element so that I can gather this explorer. It'll stop a build, which is fine. And then I'm going to do -2 damage to everything in this land. So that's pretty good. Pyroclastic Bombardment. I have +1 range from this mountain because I've got a 3-stack. So 1, 2, 3. Hitting this land for 3 damage or 1 damage to each town. +1. +1 for the Badlands. It's enough to kill both those towns. Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn is going to go into this land. So it's 1 fear, isolates, and defends 2. Gift of Constancy is going to go over to Bringer, so 2 more energy to Bringer. I guess gotta pay for stuff eventually. So 2 more, so actually, yeah, would get another 3. So I just paid for those. Got that back. Alright, so Gift of Constancy. I've got Exaltation of Molten Stone as well, so I'm going to split some energy over with Bringer. Please just give me an event that I can pay for. 2 energy here. Bringer has +1 range from mountains, but it doesn't have any presence in mountains, so that's fine. Bargain of Coursing Paths, so let's go with removing one of these to pay for this. I get -1 energy, so I have -2 energy per turn now. But I have 2 more lands that I can mark as portals. It's going to be this land and this land. So now there are 4 lands on the map where pieces get added. I can just move them anywhere, so that's pretty cool. Dreams of the Han, I'm just going to do Fear, so yeah, Fear from the inland land. Really, I need to get rid of this explorer somehow. Might have to do an eruption just to kill him. Yeah, so Dreams of the Han. I could have gathered so that I can move Dahan and another portal somewhere else. So actually, yeah, if I don't have to worry about A8, that makes things a lot easier. So let's, with Dreams of the Dahan, I'm going to gather 2 Dahan into this land so that I can target that land with Bargain of Coursing Paths instead. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll see. So I've used Enticing and Lulling Dreams. I've used Spirits May Yet Dream. Dreams of the Han, Bargain of Coursing Paths. Gift of Constancy. Let's see. I think I'm good. I need to kill this one guy here. Just so... yeah, that's unfortunate. So instead of gathering from this corner, I would have gathered this explorer from here so that I can empty this land out so they don't do 2 extra damage there and blight, because that would lose me the game. So that was with Enticing and Lulling Dreams. Just backtracking a little bit, I had gathered a guy in here. Instead, gathering a guy from there. That'll work. And yeah, then I just have to do a silly eruption. And I guess it means I can use Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn somewhere else, but I've got to do a 2-level eruption just to kill this and this. Which does give me an extra fear card. I wonder if that means if I can use something other than Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn, or if I can just target that over onto E7 to isolate it. See, I had 1 energy, so I could have done Lava Flows instead. Yeah, let's just change the isolate. I think that's better. I'm going to isolate this land. Okay, that should all line up okay, so let's go into the invader phase. So we've got an event. Please be a paying event that I can pay money for. It's not. It is not. Life's Web torn asunder on each board with 6 or more blight. Add 1 blight to a land adjacent with blight. Fortunately, not the case. 5 and 4, so none have 6. Casualties of Fang and Sting. On each board, destroy 1 explorer or town in a land with beasts. Cool. That's good. That's it. Keep far from the lands of plague. On each board, push 3 Dahan from lands with disease. There are no disease, so that's fine. Okay. Wary of the interior, each player removes 1 explorer or town from an inland land. I'll remove this guy so they don't build there. And a town, so let's go here. Yep, that's fine. Alright, Ravage in Mountains. So empty, empty, empty. This one, they're doing like a lot of damage, but everyone's doing -2, so they actually do 0. So that is fine. No adjacent towns, so they don't get that bonus too. Build in Jungle. So we'll only have 1 build. That'll be a city on the coast here, which is okay. And because I have made this a coursing path, I can shunt that somewhere else. And here I've got 2 badlands, so let's stack up in that land. Then they're going to migrate as that comes over, so we'll get a town here, which immediately teleports over yonder. We'll get a migration in here. Well, it would have been that town, so I guess, well, it doesn't matter. I'll just this guy too. And no migrations in here because that is isolated. All right, explore in mountains and wetlands. Okay. Mountains, wetlands. This wetland will immediately teleport. I think I'll put it there. Just keep stacking that up. I can hit that with a with something big. Okay. All right, then we go to slow powers. Now this game is looking pretty safe at this point. I think I can probably win in the slow phase next turn or the fast phase the turn after. Not out of the woods just yet, but I think I'm in decent shape at least. So let's go to slow powers. So powered by the Furnace of the Earth first. Let's add a Destroyed Presence back on. I don't have 5 fire. Did I add? Oh, I added from top. That's right. Yeah, I should have added from bottom. That's okay. Can move 2 of my presents around. No, that doesn't matter. So yeah, I think I'm good. I could pay for a power card, but I don't want to. I want to save some energy, so I think I'm all set with that. Then we go over here. No fast or no slow powers there. Yeah, I'm done. So let's discard cards. No, I don't keep that energy. That goes away. I wonder if that's why Bringer has so much energy. I just keep adding it back on instead of discarding it. Gift of Constancy also lets me reclaim some stuff, so I'm going to reclaim Pyroclastic Bombardment. as well as I think Dreams of the Dahan, maybe? Or Bargain. Let's keep going bargain hunting, I think. Don't have a good place for it right now. So maybe, yeah, I will do Dreams of the Dahan instead. Okay. So I've only got one jungle that I need to worry about ravaging, and I can defend it very easily with Bringer. Well, actually, no, I don't have my defense card in hand, but I can defend it very easily with Bringer with minus damage. So yeah, that's actually fine. So I don't think I have to worry about that land too much. Instead, I can deal with what's being built and try to just clear stuff out and maybe win the game. I've got a decent amount of energy on Volcano now. So let's go ahead and try to gain power cards. I'm going to gain a major. And see if I can get something that just wins me the game. I've got some good powers for that, actually. Wonder if I can just try to threshold Irresistible Call. Nah. Flow like water, I can pull stuff into that land, and then yeah, this will be cool actually. I think I've got a good turn set up. So land Thrashes. So I want to try to threshold land Thrashes and Furious Pain. So let's go for a minor actually. I'll make it a little easier. So I just need something with moon. So Thriving Choke Fungus is my only moon one. This one has Volcano on it. Maybe I need to take that. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to do Thriving Choke Fungus just because it got the moon that I need. I've got +1 card play. I get 5 energy. Actually, I'm going to take from top, I think. So I would get 6. Yeah. So 6 energy. I'm going to do land Thrashes. And I'm going to try to just win this game right now in the fast phase. I think I might not be able to. It'll be close. Let's get that marker out. I need more markers for these Bargains of Coursing Path, or something else to use for it. Irresistible Call. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I can. No, I don't have the energy for that. Shoot. That's okay. So I know I'm playing that, so let's keep that in mind. I think I'm gonna do a Reclaim 1 at a presence range 0 right here. I'm gonna reclaim Sky Stretches to Shore. I finally got 3 card plays. I'm gonna get 2 energy now. It's just reduced because of my bargain. And play my 3 cards. And no, I'm not. That's a shame, but it is what it is. So I might have to wait. We'll see. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to be able to give an element over to Volcano, which is good, because I'll need an extra moon, so I know that I'm playing these 2 cards. And I've got 4 more energy with 2 more card plays. Might have to do a pyroclastic bombardment. I'll soften things up nicely. So yeah, let's do a pyroclastic bombardment. I don't know why I converted it like that, but that's fine. And one more energy, so I'll do lava flows and just spend myself blind. Okay, that is that. Let's go into my slow powers. Fast powers, that's the word. So first up, I'm going to use Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air on Bringer of Enticing Dreams with the Threshold. So I'm going to bring a presence, as well as, I'll leave the white there, it's fine. But I'm going to bring a city, 2 towns, and the Explorer, and stack up into E4. So 3 cities there. It's going to use Sky Stretches to Shore over on Volcano, so Volcano can use a slow power fast. And I don't need to use the Land Thrash's in Furious Pain fast. I can wait until the slow phase and just get even more to destroy. So that might be better. But either way, I'm also so I can look at that fear card, and Volcano is getting in another moon, and it's pushing 3 towns from an inland land. If I can somehow get that, then I'm in really good shape. I wonder, it's so far away. I'm 8 fear away. I'm not going to be able to. I can get 3. Maybe I can. So before I had pulled my presence here with Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air, I'm going to use Dreams of the Dahan there to get 3 fear. And now I'm 5 fear away from retreat. So I want to get these 3 guys into here. That's the goal. So far, actually. Huh. I can add 2 Badlands there, which is going to be crazy, actually. So yeah, let's save Land Thrashes until the slow phase. I think that might be better. I'm not sure. So basically the thing is I'm trying to nuke this land with everything that I've got. So I guess I will take this blade along with me because it'll do extra damage there. 2 instead of 1. And I can kill all of the cities on the map right now in the fast phase. The problem is that I'm very far away from Terror level 3. And I can't kill these 3 towns because I can't pull them over until the fear card pops. And then I can't do the damage to them. So I'm in a bit of a pickle as far as that goes. So I think I might use Thriving Choke Fungus fast. Yeah, let's do Thriving Choke Fungus fast. So I'm going to add a Disease and a Badlands into this land. And then I'm going to use Pyroclast from the Bombardment there. So it's 1 damage to each town, city to Han, 1 damage, and then also 3 damage from the Badlands. So altogether, I can do 1 damage to all of these guys. Yeah. 1 additional damage. Make sure I keep these separate. And then 3 more damage from the Badlands, so I can kill 2 of those cities right now. And I think killing the cities is better, because they're not migrating out of that land, so I get 4 fear for this. Let's see. Yeah, it would have been the same if I had killed the towns instead, so unfortunately just can't quite get that extra fear. I really want it. Can I really not? Dead Dreams of the Dahan. Yep, nope, I can't get it. Well, I might have to do a little eruption just to get that extra fear, because if I can get these 3 towns out of that land and stack them up here, then I'll be able to clean everything up in the slow phase this turn, and I think win. So 1 fear away. 1 fear. Yeah, let's do it. Well, I'm not that close to Terror level 2 anyway. I'm kind of banking on killing... Well, you know, I can probably kill all the buildings. I'll be very, very close. Really? So I did 3 extra damage, so 1 damage to each city and town, so 2 damage. And I got 2 cities killed from that, so I got 4 fear from that card. Could I have done any more? I don't think so. I think I'm done. I want to guarantee it. I want to guarantee it. So I'm gonna do a little eruption here to do 5 damage in this land, and I'll just kill. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can kill all the buildings. And that's an extra 5 fear. From a level, from a 2 presence eruption. It's pretty good. Alright, so I've got retreat, and that's gonna be big. Okay. So that's that. Let's go into the event. Still not a choice event. That is insane, actually. I just can't get these choice events to come up. I'm gonna take a look and see if they're just all on the bottom, because really through all of these 5 games that I've played, I've not gotten a single choice event, and I don't know what the odds of that are. So +1 damage per land while ravaging, but all the jungles are empty, so that's fine. Prey on the heedless in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. That's perfect. Then we've got Coming of Age on each board. Add 1 Dahan in a land with Dahan and no Badlands, Beast, Disease, or Wilds. We can go here and here, and then immediately move those Dahan, thanks to my bargain of coursing paths. And let's move them into here. I'll move them over here, actually. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Coming of Age is done. Then we've got Retreat, which is huge because I'm going to push these 3 towns into this land, which means I can shunt them somewhere else thanks to my bargain. And I'm going to shunt them into this land, of course. And I've also got Retreat from my second spirit. So I think I will do that from here as well. And just put those into here. Just make a big old stack. I'm doing a lot of damage there. Okay. Let's retreat. Now we've got our Ravage, so Ravage in jungles. All the jungles are empty, so nothing there. Build in mountains and wetlands. They do get a couple builds, so I'm not going to win right away. Migrations actually don't happen. Oh wait, we've got a couple more builds. But there are no migrations, because there's no lands with jungles. So same thing, all of these jungles, they're all going to end up into this land. That is so cool. I can see why this card is amazing. It's the first time I've used it. So those are all the jungle explorers. This is no longer isolated, so they do actually explore into there. Mountains are fine. Okay, that's that. Now we go to slow powers, and now I have the land thrashes. First I'm going to use lava flows, so I can get a wilds and a badlands still into this land. And let's do land thrashes and furious pain into that land. So that is going to be 4, 5, 6 damage, plus 4 is 10 damage. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I can do it again somewhere. And I think I want to kill that city. Oh man, I'm still so much fear away. But yeah, let's go ahead and do it, because this one's going to be a little bit harder to deal with. Actually, no, I can defend that and downgrade it if I reclaim, which I probably will. So I think that's fine. So let's do it somewhere else. So probably one of these two lands. I think this one will get wiped out, so I'll just do it here. And then I don't have to worry about that land. One more fear. Gets me another fear card. I'm still 3 fear cards away, but I think that this is going to be a win by wiping out all of the cities and towns. So we'll see how that goes. I do have Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, so I add a presence back. I've got 4 and 4. Actually, I don't have 5 fire, so I still can't move from my bottom track, but that's fine. Okay, discard cards and go back to growth. I'm going to be reclaiming on Volcano. And I think it's finally time to reclaim on Bringer as well. I got to 3 card plays, so that's pretty good. I gain a power card here. Let's just gain a minor. So I'm pretty happy with the majors that I have. Push to Han. Let's see, Elemental Boon is probably the way to go. Trap the forces. Elemental Boon's going to let me hit thresholds that are better, so let's go with that. I do get 2 energy, still somehow have an amazing amount of energy. I have 3 card plays. And my goal is to kill the last 4 buildings on the map in the fast phase, or, well, as really as fast as I can. So I can do a Blazing Renewal, but it won't actually destroy stuff because it's being used by Bringer of Enticing Dreams. So it's up to Volcano to kill things. Fortunately, Volcano is usually up to the task. And I can combo Blazing Renewal with Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air to get those things over there. And then maybe do enough damage with a... Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's go with Blazing Renewal. flow like water, reach like air. And I could do bargain again. Or I could just go for a sky stretches to shore. I think that's better. Yeah. All right. I think I've won this game, so we'll see. All right. So reclaim cards, gain a power card, just gain a minor to see if I get elements that I need for my stuff. I did not get a moon. It's interesting. So these don't really help me at all. Guess I'll get Flesh Rot Fever, because that does make it easy to threshold the defense card if I need it. I get 3 energy plus 4. Yep, I think that's good. So let's go with another Land Thrash's Infurious Pain. I need to threshold it, so let's go for... you know, actually I might need to do damage over to E2 as well. No, I think I'm good. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think I need to do a Pyroclastic Bombardment. I think I can get away with just doing cards to hit my threshold. Let's go with these. And hopefully I have the damage to finish stuff off. So we'll see how that works. I think I'm very close. I'm very close. I think I got it, but not 100% sure. I might be 1 damage short. No, because I got stuff here, but I can't. Am I really 1 damage short? Because how much damage will I need here? I need to kill a city and a town here, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage there. And I'll have a town and I'll have 4. I'll have 7 health worth of invaders, so I'll be 1 damage off. Really? Wow. Wonder if I had planned this out better, I could have done... Because I didn't need all of these Badlands in this land last turn. Instead, I could have put 1 Badlands in here. I have gained cards, but I'm not playing the new cards that I gained, so that doesn't really affect the new information. So I'm going to retcon that slightly. I would have destroyed 1 fewer Explorer in this land. But knowing that I was setting up for this turn with all the cards that I had, I need 1 extra damage in this land. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Feel free to hate me if you want for that retcon, since I have seen new information. But the new information hasn't really changed anything for what my plans were. So I'm going to take it. Alright. I should be all set now. So let's go into fast powers. I'm going to do Blazing Renewal. That's 5 energy. Finally using all this energy that I have. I'll just spend that here. So Blazing Renewal, add 2 presence into this land. That's going to do a bunch of damage, which will kill this, technically. Just does 2 fear, and pushes it. into this land, which is a bargain land, so I will push that into e5. Now I'm going to use Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air with the Threshold to bring one of my presents into this land, as well as all these guys, and bring them along into e5, again, thanks to my cool ability here of bargaining with coursing paths. Very awesome. I'm not going to bring the Dahan along. They're fine where they are. So that was Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air. Sky Stretches to Shore is now going over to Volcano, so it gets +1 range or +3 range targeting the shore, and can use a slow power fast. That slow power is going to be Land Thrash's Infurious Pain with the Threshold, so I can use it twice. I'll use it on E2 first, which is going to be 2/3 damage. And then use it on E5 to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, which is just enough to kill those 2 towns in the city for 4 more fear. There are no buildings left on the board, and I'm in Terra level 2, which means that I win. So that was a fun one. A little bit sloppy. I apologize for some of the back and forth there, but it's a lot to think about when I have so much movement space on this board with bargain of coursing paths and stuff. So yeah, I'm happy with how I did, and hopefully did not miss any rules throughout the game. You guys are great about pointing out mistakes that I make, so feel free to point out any that I did make. But I think this game was pretty well done after the loading the save state and redoing it. So the second one, assuming that I did not get a terrible event that cost me the game, is a win. So this is a win with Volcano, level 6, Habsburg Monarchy, paired with Bringer of Enticing Dreams. Very cool combo. I like Bringer of Enticing Dreams quite a bit. I think it's a really good spirit. This aspect is great. I didn't even get the highest level of Enticing and Lulling Dreams, which lets you gather up to 4 towns and explorers. It's fantastic. I think it'd be great into this matchup, but I didn't need it ultimately. Just using what I had instead was good enough. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. This was a fun game with lots of movement around the map. Sending all the stuff over to Volcano to destroy, and Volcano did it really well. That's their job. So I can see now why people rate Volcano so highly. If I ever do make a new tier list after that, but I'll talk more about that after I get through all of the adversaries. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next week when I take on Russia level 6.